Welcome back, familiar to Northside LDN. And listen, I'm back. I'm back from Portugal, back from my trip from Portugal. Documents done, ID card done, everything's done now. No dodgy Wi-Fi. People were saying I got like Wi-Fi from McDonald's or something. The Wi-Fi was horrendous, and that's the first time I've ever done content for the channel abroad, and it was a flipping nightmare. But listen, we got a special guest today. I'm gonna run the intro and then we'll get straight into it with my boy Old School Gunner. Let's go, vamos caramba. Happy Sunday, everyone. Listen, we've got a special guest today, Old School Gunner. You know what I mean? Old time. I remember when he used to come on my channel. I think I had like 100 followers or something like that, man.
You were doing it in your car.
yeah. I was in my car.
You were on the way to work. It was cool. You know what I mean? You were on the way somewhere. That was cool.
Well, this is it, man. This is it. People calling me the Uber driver and everything. Like every time I'd go live, I was always on route to something, to a club or something. But listen, how you doing, bro? How you doing? You good?
I'm very, very good. Thank you. My channel is going very well. I need about another 120 hours and I'm monetized. So easy.
Hey.
But I've been putting in serious effort, serious hard work in the background, uploading content. Some good, some bad, some indifferent. But I'm keeping at it, you know what I mean, the whole time. I'm just rolling forward. So I'm doing good, man. Arsenal, I'm still Arteta out before anyone asks, with respect to everyone's opinions. But the team has been doing well recently. I mean, I can't lie. 5 wins out of 6. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now keep doing your thing, man. Keep doing your thing.
I'm rolling forward. I have a lot of... I was on with Kenny Ken about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I had Kenny Ken on. That guy has got a wealth of knowledge. I mean, the way he talks when he's on the channel is just, it's bordering on spiritual. You know, the guy, man, the guy is just clued in. He knows what time it is. He could run my channel by himself, and it was good to have him on. On the 3rd of April, I think we're playing Crystal Palace away, so I'm going to be doing a watch along for that game. So tune into that, guys. Smash the like for Northern man. Subscribe to his channel, and don't forget, if you subscribe, to click on the notifications bell. Each time he uploads quality content, like today, you're going to get it. You're not going to miss out. Same with mine. Hit me up on my channel, guys. Subscribe, like, follow, do your thing. You know what I mean?
That's exactly. Now, 100%. People, listen. Make sure you big up my guy, Old School Gunner, and you make sure you subscribe to his channel. You know,
if you like my playlist, that's all you have to do. Just play that playlist, 120 hours, and I'm golden. You know what I mean?
That's it, man. That's it. And that's what we want, man. We want a wealth of different opinions, different people. And you're one of the people that I remember I reached out to, and I had such a small following at the time, and you were cool, man. Like, you just got me on.
Yeah, of course.
On this YouTube thing, there's a lot of people that until you're a somebody, they don't want you on their channel. Do you know what I mean? They won't just give you, they won't let you hop on their channel and just give your opinion.
Yeah, of course. I'm always reaching out to people, and I'm not going to name names, but I'm always reaching out to people. I get no reply, but big up to my man, Kenny Ken. He stepped in. He said, don't give the guys a chance, and actually do some collaborations with them. And it's no skin off his back. You know what I mean? He had time. He had interest. And he's a gentleman. Kenny Ken, A1, man. Big up yourself, Ken.
No, 100%. Big up Kenny Ken. I have got him on the channel one time. Really, really nice guy, down to earth. But listen, I want to get your opinion, man. We've got a couple of players that keep getting linked to Arsenal. One of them is a guy that you'll know. He's a fellow Portuguese of mine, very good player. Plays for Wolves. Looks like Arsenal are looking for Ruben Neves. What do you make of Ruben Neves?
I think he's a fantastic player. I would jump at the chance to sign him. He's an incredible talent. He's got Premier League experience. He's battle-hardened. I'm a real fan of his. I like that player. I mean, compare him to Granit Xhaka, poor old Xhaka. But it's probably a bit unfair to compare Xhaka to a player like Neves, because Neves is, for me, complete midfield player. I've always had my eye on him, and whenever I've seen him play, he could do it against Halifax Town, and he'd do it against Real Madrid. The guy's a class act. Quality, consistency. He's a leader. He's a battler. He's a fighter. He ticks all the boxes, man. If we could sign that player, I would be a happy man tomorrow. I'm telling you, he's a very good player.
Yeah, no, I think he's a good player as well. I mean, I think
Very good.
he's got a little bit more to his game than Basuma. I think Basuma's a little bit better defensively. I know a lot of Arsenal fans like Ruben Neves, and I think they will be happy with this headline. Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta considers 50 million move for Wolves transfer target, key to rebuilding plans. I think we need some rotation with Partey, because at the moment it looks like El Nene is going to be part of the group that will be sold this summer, if the reports are to be believed. And we need rotation, and we need decent rotation. And I definitely think Ruben Neves would do wonders in this, in this midfield. I think he could do a job like Rodri. He's got a good pass, but he's good at reading the game defensively. So we like playing it out the back. We need a defensive midfielder that can receive the ball and can create for the midfielders or for the wingers. They can be, that spark to initiate a counter attack, or to link play. The way Partey's been doing. I mean, to be fair, Partey's been playing excellent the last couple of games. He was excellent. I mean, Aston Villa, Leicester, he was good against Watford, really dictating play. And I think Ruben Neves definitely has that to his game. So I would be happy to see him at Arsenal. Is he as good as Partey? No, I think Partey is a level above him, if I'm going to be honest. Partey's now, we're starting to now see the Partey that we wanted to buy from Atletico Madrid. Obviously, he's got more experience. He's played in La Liga. You know what I mean? I think he's a lot further on in his process. Well, process. There's that word. But I would be happy to see him. And not because he's Portuguese, but because he's a decent player, because he's a good player. And if we look at his stats here, let's have a look at Ruben Neves' stats. Here we go. There we go. Transfer mark. Right. He's 25 years old, obviously Portuguese international. In the Premier League, he's had 28 appearances, 4 goals, 2 assists. In the FA Cup, 2 appearances, no goals or assists. Carabao Cup, he's had 1 appearance. So, I mean, he plays for Wolves, can play defensive midfielder, and he can play centrally as well, which is another position that we need covering. So him being versatile would be good as well. He's been valued at 36 million pounds. I mean, I'd be happy with that. Like I said, I think we need rotation. I mean, is there any other defensive midfielders that you would prefer over him, or that you got your eye on?
To be honest, I'll be honest with you, man. I'd be looking more into strikers, to be honest, recently. The last couple of days, I've had my eye more on the striking department. What players we need there. I've always kind of had a thing about Ruben Neves. I think he's a great player. I wouldn't look beyond him, to be honest. If we're going to sign him, I would be very happy. I wouldn't look beyond him. I hear what you're saying about Thomas Partey, but I think if Neves came into the team, I think he would improve again. Fantastic player. But for me, I'd be more looking at the striking department, that we need to nail down a good player. Ruben Neves, I would be more than happy if he came to the club. We have been on a fantastic run of late. Thomas Partey has been instrumental, like you said. He's really stepped up to the plate. Odegaard has been absolutely fantastic. Not so much against Liverpool, it has to be said, but they have an incredible competitive team. I mean, Liverpool for me are a very good team. I kind of knew we were going to lose that game, not being negative. I was at the ground before the game. I had a job interview actually in Islington, so I just took a little trip over on the Holloway Road, and I went up outside the stadium to see what was happening. I knew we were going to lose that game. It wasn't Odegaard's best. Partey's been playing out of his skin, like you said, but Ruben Neves, for me, I'm a big fan of his. And when I saw actually what you were wanting to talk about today earlier, I saw you had this link, and you had it ready to go on YouTube. I looked, I saw you were talking about him. I was interested. Fantastic player. But like I said, I've been looking more at the forwards that we're kind of looking at the moment, because I honestly think we get Aubameyang go. Fantastic player for us. Didn't have the best of exits, to be honest, with Mikel Arteta, that whole situation with Aubameyang and Arteta.
Yeah.
And it was painful, to be honest. I knew deep down inside that he was still the player he always was. And now he's got the Barca, man, and he's banging in the goals for fun. I mean, 7-7, 2 at the Bernabeu. They beat Real 4-0. That's Aubameyang. It's a pity the way things ended up. We let him go on a free. Okay, we're not paying his wages anymore, but we really need to cover. If they knew they were going to freeze him out and let him go like that, they should have really had a player lined up, in my opinion.
Exactly.
Yeah. We're being linked with this Benfica player. I have to check on my channel his name, but we're being linked with this Benfica player, and he's a Uruguay international, 22-year-old striker. Yeah, that's right. I did a video about it. I'm very bad for names, man. Sorry. He looks a very, very good player. Obviously, at Uruguay, he's a bit down the pecking order. He's still behind Cavani and Suarez, but they're pushing on. His day is coming. He's 6'2". He's big and imposing. Incredible on the counter attack. Like I said, I'm just looking at it with all due respects to Lacazette. He's put in a shift for us. With all due respects to Martinelli, big fan of his. But we do need cover, and we do need to sign someone. We let Aubameyang go. We need a forward to come in. It's as simple as that.
This is what I'm saying. I agree with what you're saying, but this is why I had the arm when we wasted the January transfer window, because now what we've done is people saying, "Oh, but Man United didn't do any work." Okay, cool, but first of all, they got a better squad than us, and yes, why are we comparing ourselves to a club that haven't won the league for 9 years? That's not the bar. The bar is always who's number one, and you compare yourself against them, and how can we overthrow them? So when Arsenal fans are like, "Oh, well, it doesn't matter. We're gonna do it in the summer." Well, if we go to the summer, okay, cool. We both know that we need 2 strikers. We need a main striker and we need someone in rotation. You could argue we could go as Balogun as third choice. Cool. Then we need a world-class number 10 because Odegaard ain't world-class. And someone could argue that Smith Rowe gets played more on the wing than in the middle. Then you look at central midfield. We still never replaced Cazorla. So what are we going to do with the Cazorla situation? We need a player like him. Do you know what I mean? A midfielder that can get the ball and can create. Do you know what I mean? Alongside a defensive midfielder. We know that Xhaka needs to leave. Not good enough. El Nene, not good enough, even though I think El Nene gives his best, but he's just not good enough. Then when you look at right back, we don't have a right back as good as Tierney. Do you know what I'm saying? And then when you look at defensively, we're kind of okay for centre backs because we bought that trusty guy. He's coming in. And then we've got Saliba that I don't want to hear no bucaria about he needs more experience. At the end of the day, we've got enough youngsters like Saka, like Martinelli, and they're getting a chance in the team, and they're young. Do you know what I'm saying? So if they don't need to get loaned out, why does this guy need to be loaned out? He's been in a team of this team out there in France, I think, for like 2 seasons running now. He's ready. Give him a shot. Put him next to him because I'm not convinced by Ben White. The goalkeeper situation, it looks like Leno might be leaving. So we need another goalkeeper if we're going to let Leno go. So we're looking at goalkeeper, centre midfielder, a world-class number 10, put a right back, and 2 strikers. That's already 6 players, bro. 6 players.
It's a lot to.
And if you ask me, I would rather get a world-class winger because I do believe that Saka needs somebody for rotation. Clearly, Pepe is not flavour of the week. Even though he smashed it out from the AFCON, he comes back, he's only getting 10 to 12 minutes. Saka needs rotation. And if anyone would argue me that they don't, what's going to happen to us if Saka gets injured? Because you can't play any player, whether young or old. No player is going to play every game of the season, year in, year out, and never get injured. Do you know what I'm saying? Especially the way he's getting run down. So, I mean, how much work do you want to see us do in the summer?
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I think we need a real overhaul, but you've got to bear in mind against the big teams, Liverpool recently, and in the Carabao Cup at the Emirates. Like you said, we shouldn't be comparing ourselves to a team like United. With all due respects, they haven't won the league in 9 years. It's Liverpool. Man City are setting the standards, and if we want to bridge the gap between ourselves and them, there's a massive difference between qualifying league, which we still might not do. We have a chance. We have a good chance. We're in 4th right now. There's a big difference between 1st and 2nd and 4th. There's a massive gap there. I mean, the points, everything between the teams. If we want to bridge that gap, we need those players to come in, like you're saying. We need to strengthen in those areas. I agree with you about Cazorla. We never replaced him. Big fan of his. Fantastic player. Ben White, yeah, I would like to see Saliba come back too. I mean, I don't know what that guy has to do to get a game in Arsenal. What about Torreira when we had Torreira? I mean, he had Torreira go. Torreira would have done anything to play for Arsenal. He loved the club. He's always talking about the club. He's always been linked back. He would have done anything to play for us. What about Guendouzi? You know what I mean? He had a good role in the France game the other night. He set up one of the goals for Giroud. Guendouzi was playing well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He had an assist in that game. We seem to let a lot of players go. I mean, the whole Aubameyang situation, man. I mean, he was playing dreadful for the club at the time. You know, when he left, it was on the cards. But look at him now at Barcelona. I mean, Arteta, he has to take some of the responsibility for that. I mean, come on. He's a little bit late for training. All right, respect, discipline. I hear you. I know what he's talking about. But at the end of the day, when he was at Dortmund, Thomas Tuchel, the Chelsea coach, was coaching Aubameyang at Dortmund. He said he used to tell him, turn up 15 minutes before the rest of the players, problem solved. Aubameyang would. You know, you need to be strong with him. But he said he may have turned up a little bit late for training, but he always turned up on the pitch. He always put in the performance. That's Aubameyang. You know what I mean? Cut him a bit of slack. You get the best out of him. But with the way we're going, do you honestly think we can get fourth place? I mean, what's your opinion on it? And if we do qualify for the Champions League, do you actually think we can actually do something in that? Are we going to get out of the group stage? It's been a long time since we've been in a competition at that level. I mean, Champions League is where it's at. It's a high level. Do you think we can qualify?
Look, I mean, when you're looking at the table, we're currently fourth place with 54 points. Tottenham are behind with 51 points. Man United sixth with 50 points. So there's only a 4 points difference. So you lose two games, you lose that fourth position. Or if you lose a game, then Tottenham will be right at our neck. So at the end of the day, horrendous as Tottenham have been, and changing the manager and getting Conte in, they're only 3 points ahead. And everyone's singing the praises of Arteta. Then when you look at Man United, I mean, they went for a horrendous run and they were only 4 points behind us.
They're breathing down our necks, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? When you put it into context, you can see, it's not as comfortable fourth position, us getting, fourth position as some people may think. I think also, where I will give Arteta praise is he has been beating the teams that have been put in front of him. He has been getting the points. Whether I don't, at times I think sometimes the performances haven't matched the result, but he's been getting the result. And I can give him praise in that aspect. But at the same time, when you look at the teams we got to play, we are still yet to pick up points against the Big Six. The only Big Six team that we've beat is Tottenham, and we beat them every year. We still got Chelsea to play. We still got United. We still got sticky teams like Brighton. They got an excellent manager. We got Crystal Palace, where Vieira's doing really well with them. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, we still got a lot of hard teams. I mean, we got Newcastle that look revived. Do you know what I mean? And West Ham that are punching, to be honest. So I think Arsenal have been able to get to fourth because we have been beaten. We hit form when everybody else started dropping points, and it's worked to our advantage. But when you look at it, when you look at the teams that finished above us last season, a lot of them have been underwhelming this season. Leicester, underwhelming. Man United, underwhelming. Tottenham, underwhelming. These were teams that finished above us comfortably last season. They're going through turmoil. Do you know what I mean? Tottenham, they're not really backing Conte the way they should have. They obviously had Nuno in, and it didn't work. Then you look at Man United, obviously getting rid of Ole, getting a new manager in. It's not really worked, and you've got to take this into consideration. Brendan Rodgers, getting that team has had a lot of injuries. They're not playing the way they should be, the way they have been in the last couple of years, finishing above Arsenal. So we need to put context behind what we say. It may look like progress, but this could be a fault. For me, it could be a false fourth. Do you remember when Ole got Man United to second place in the league? Yeah. That was a big second. They were never second best in the league. And that's what it looks like to me with Arteta. Like, we are not the fourth best team in this country. We're not. We're not. And one guy I get on called Fuad, big up Fuad, my guy, but he's a bit delusional. I'm always trying to, tell him to understand it. I always tell him, he's like, oh, but you predicted 8th. You predicted 10th. I predicted 10th, not because the squad ain't good enough to get higher. This manager has finished 8th two years in a row. So what do you expect for me to say? At the start of the season, first 3 games of the season, Arsenal couldn't even get any points. And then we got smashed by Brentford. We got beat by Chelsea start of the season. I remember when we was winning matches 1-0. I remember when we went to Everton, people were saying it's the best time to face Everton, and then Everton smashed us. I remember when Ole got sacked, they had Carrick in charge. We went over there, flipping Man United beat us with a flipping hologram of a manager, caramba. Am I talking pucaria or am I talking merda? Like, did we not see this year? I've seen us be beat to Nottingham Forest. Do you get what I'm saying? Nottingham Forest when they were mid-table in the Championship. So as good as people can look at certain results and say, oh, it's looking decent, we've been up and down. We have been up and down. It hasn't been a consistent
I agree
upward trajectory. So at the end of the day, when we look at it, okay, who are we facing to get top 4? Tottenham, they've got a better manager. Man United, they've got a better squad. Then who else? West Ham, I feel like they're more cohesive as a team, in my opinion, and they got a better manager. Who else is up there? That's probably about it. That's challenging us. So it's not like Do you know what I mean? It is what it is. Arsenal have got good youngsters, but that's what we've got, youngsters. When you look at our starting lineup and you look at our bench, we shouldn't have people like Patino in the bench. We shouldn't have, El Neni. Xhaka should not be starting in our starting 11. He's not good enough to get in any other top 16. When I told somebody our midfield is the deadest midfield out of the top 6, they were like, no, that's rubbish. That's rubbish.
Absolutely,
okay.
yeah, I agree with you.
He said, okay, Partey. I said, okay, cool, Partey. And the only one Partey really gets into is probably Tottenham and Man United. And Man United ain't really got a decent CDM, so he comfortably gets in there. And okay, Tottenham, yeah? What about the other midfielders? None of the other midfielders get into the top 16, in my opinion. And when people talk about Odegaard only started to come into form, but the last match, he got back to the Odegaard that I was talking about. That's not good enough. That's inconsistent. That's up and down and turns up when he wants to turn up. So, and then we've got a strike force that's probably one of the weakest strike force I've ever seen at Arsenal. In Nketiah, that can only bang and cup his ear when it's against teams like Sunderland. And then a Lacazette that needs 101 flipping chances to score, and my guy only really scores a penalty. So I'm not going to come on here and be cocky about, oh yeah, we're nailed on for top 4, bro. Because I don't even think we're going to get top 4.
Yeah, I agree with you. You covered a lot there, man, to be honest. But to say no, I'm always upfront about my opinions. I actually have to agree with you. I was thinking that myself. The only reason we're where we are is because the teams around us have had bad runs. United have fallen apart completely. They really have. Same with Spurs. West Ham have gone through a sticky patch. And that coincided with our rise up. But I agree with you, man. We're definitely not the best fourth best team in the country, in the Premier League. It's flattering to Arteta. I honestly would like to see him replaced for the players, especially the younger players coming in. Maybe the guys like Lacazette that are going to move on this season. They deserve better, in my opinion. The effort they're putting in, the results we're after getting, it's not just down to Mikel Arteta. The players have turned a corner together as a unit. It's not all about him. Like you said, at the start of the season, the 3 defeats, Brentford, respect to the man. They turned us over. They really put us to the sword in that game, 2-0. That was the first game of the season. I mean, they should have been a bit rocky and a bit ropey. We should have been confident, but they beat us. Then we lost to Chelsea. Then we lost to City. We pulled it back recently. We lost to Liverpool like we always do. But I agree with you, man. Players have to go. I would like to see Mikel Arteta go. I was thinking the same thing myself. It's the players. It's the teams around us. They've been going through a bad spell. But we have to play United. I honestly don't think we're going to win that game. I think Chelsea will have too much for us. I think they're going to beat us. Leicester, tricky tie. Palace, very tricky game. Away to Crystal Palace, they're going very good right now. Patrick Vieira, I would actually like to see him come in as Arsenal coach at some point. He is an Arsenal legend, great player, good manager. I'd like to see him come in at some point. We have a very difficult game coming up against Palace. It's a real 6-pointer. I don't know does Mikel Arteta have the team fully in touch with what's going on. Now there's the international break. He needs to get them mentally ready for the challenges ahead, because from now until the end of the season, we've got a real fight on our hands to get 4th place. I honestly don't think we're going to do it, like you, man. I don't think we're going to do it. Maybe it's for the best, but once we bring in these players, things might improve for us. We've been lucky to be where we are. It's like you said about United. They finished second. It was like a false second. Look what happened there. Look at them now. I don't know, like Liverpool are setting the benchmark. I think they're going to go on and win the league, to be honest. They have fierce momentum behind them right now. Klopp has got it going on for Liverpool. City, we need to match up to them. We can't be looking at United. We can't be looking at Leicester, with all due respect to these teams. The season has been, but here's the problem now. We're back up into 4th and we might get Champions League. That will get all the pro-Arteta fans again saying, Arteta's okay, let him stay in the job. I really was hoping it would get as bad as we were close to relegation, because that might actually get him out.
Yeah.
And I'm a Arsenal fan. I think he's not up to the job. I don't think he's going to take us where we need to go. And like I said, the younger players coming in, we need to hold on to Saka. We need to hold on to Smith Rowe. If we're not in Champions League, if we're not challenging like Liverpool and City, I can't see those players wanting to stay at the club. And that's another point that concerns me. I don't want to lose Bukayo Saka. I don't want to lose Emile Smith-Rowe. What will that bring for the club? I mean, honestly, these guys are the heartbeat of the club. For me, Ramsdale, I've been very impressed with him this season. I rubbished him last summer. I hang my head in shame, yeah. I'm embarrassed now to talk about it, but I rubbished him, man, when I heard we had signed him. I was like, who? He caught me word, he rammed him.
To be fair to you, I think everyone did, bro. There's no shame. Even I did.
He caught words and he rammed him, right? No pun intended, Ramsdale. He rammed those words down my throat. His performances, his communication. I could see Leno's face on the sideline, man, when Ramsdale started to turn it on. Leno was like this. I would have been like this if I was Leno. Honestly, man. His communication with the back four. He's rallying players. He's G'ing them up. He's going in chest to chest with them. They make a clearance in front of him. This man, Ramsdale, big up yourself, man. Arsenal player of the season. You better believe it. Honestly, I think he's the player of the season. Against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup, okay, they beat us. But for a long time, he was the only one that was stopping them. They had to get to the 43rd minute before they finally scored. This man, he always performs. He always. It doesn't matter who we're playing. He stays at a level and he doesn't drop. I don't know what you think about him, man, but at top four, we spoke about that. Yeah, Mikel Arteta. I mean, I really don't know what managers are out there. I don't know who we could get to replace him. I'm a big fan of Patrick Vieira, of course. He deserves to be given a shot, in my opinion. But an experienced manager, I think, is necessary to take these players forward. We need to get back competing at some level. We can't just be looking top 8, top 6, top 4. We need to do something. The time has come now. Arteta, I think he's getting his claws into the team, but he's using Arsenal as a stepping stone. I honestly do believe that. Experience, building his reputation, at some point he's going to move on. He's not going to be there 20-odd years like Arsene Wenger. I don't know. It's like, I'm happy with the results. I'm happy we've been winning games. But in the back of my mind, the whole time is Arteta's in charge. I'm not against the guy personally, but honestly, we need a manager with a bit more pedigree that can take us places. And we never seem to get that. I mean, we're still looking to replace. How long has it been since he was at the club? Unai Emery, he never got a proper shot. Look at him now with Villarreal. Come on, he's doing the business for them. He never got a proper shot. Okay, the man couldn't speak English. That was a bit of a problem, yeah. He had a translator with him. I'm not making fun of him. Arteta can communicate. But actual managerial, what about the whole Granit Xhaka situation last summer, man? We're meant to be selling him to Jose Mourinho and AS Roma. 6 weeks beforehand, that move was dead in the water if you spoke to Roma. Arsenal were still talking about it like it was going to happen. Next minute, deal's off, Xhaka's staying, new contract, more pay. Now you tell me. You know what I mean? They were disrespecting us, insulting our intelligence. That to me was stackable, what he did. All the talk about selling Xhaka, they never intended to sell him. If you really want to get rid of him, you freeze him out like they did to Mesut Ozil. You don't reward the guy with a new contract. He threw the captain's armband on the ground. He was abusive to the fans. I mean, okay, he was getting a bit of abuse himself, but to throw the captain's armband on the ground, who would do that? They give the guy a new contract. I mean, they never intended to sell him. That's Arteta. That's Edu. They're the kind of people that are at the club. Kroenke, team won the Super Bowl, man. He doesn't care about Arsenal. This may sound bad now, right? And this may be controversial. But Abramovich, at least when he was in charge, he did everything he could to have the team competitive. He backed him 100%. I'm not going to talk about him and what's going on now at the moment. As a guy, as an owner of a club, he gave everything towards Chelsea to make them competitive. 2 Champions League and 5 Premier League titles, man. That's what I'm talking about. He did every single thing he could to support the team, to encourage the team, and financially, he made everything work, that he could get the players they needed. Look at Kroenke.
No, 100%, 100%. And then when you look at him, when he came into Chelsea, they were a cup winning side. They weren't really a team, not in my lifetime anyway, not in the 90s. They weren't really like competing for the league.
No.
He got them to winning trophies, and then he kept the standards there. He didn't lower it. Where our standards were about competing and winning leagues, and now we just lower it. You know what I'm saying? But listen, it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
We haven't won the league in 18 years, man. We haven't won the league in 18 years. 18.
Trust the process.
It's 2004, 2022.
Listen, maybe this next player that we're linked to, maybe he's the answer. This headline: Arsenal will get Dutch forward if they pay 33 million plus bid possible. So he's Cody Gakpo. He's a winger from PSV, 22 years old.
Oh, yeah.
He's being linked. There he is. He's being linked. Have you heard anything about him? Do you know about this guy?
He was linked last summer as well. I don't know much about him, but he was linked last summer. Yeah. I mean, he's playing for PSV. They're not a bad side. As a winger, who needs someone in that position? The guy is young. He's been scoring goals. We were linked though first with him. I think it was last season in the summer, in the transfer window, pre-season. I don't know much about him, to be honest. I'd have to actually educate myself on him. But to be honest, I think he would be an improvement. I think, I'm not saying we're desperate in the wing formation, whatever, but I think he would be an improvement. I think they definitely are looking at him because we're being linked to him. I don't think that's just the media.
He fits the youth project, though, isn't it? He fits it. He fits the youth project that we're apparently going under.
Oh, yes, the youth project. Yeah, but he does.
22 years old, man.
Process, man. But yeah, we definitely need a strengthening in the wings. On the wings, yeah, take a chance on him. I mean, he is a young player, like you said. He's going with the youth project. The forwards, man. The forwards need strengthening. I'm not going to go off the point here a bit, but Ollie Watkins. We could think of Ollie Watkins, you know. I mean, we should be looking to get him maybe.
I mean, you know, I'm sure you're like me. Like when I bring up stats don't say everything. But when I don't watch a league or I don't watch a certain player, I'm not going to come on here and pretend like I know the guy. I don't. I've heard of his name. I've never, ever sat down and watched him. I barely even have time to watch the Portuguese league, to watch my second team, Benfica. So I'm not going to gas it up. I get the stats. I take it with a pinch of salt. All the stories I bring up, these are just players that we're linked to. Doesn't mean that we're definitely going for them. It's all a pinch of salt. It's just things that are going round. I mean, he's 22 years old. He's from the Netherlands. In the Eredivisie, he's got 20 appearances, 8 goals, 13 assists, which is very good actually for a winger. 8 goals and 13 assists is not bad. Season ain't over yet. In the Conference League, he's got 3 appearances, 3 goals, 1 assist. In the Champions League, he's got 6 appearances, 2 goals. In the Europa League, he had 4 appearances, 2 goals. I don't know what competition those are. I think maybe, don't know about them. But anyway, man, I mean, that's not too bad. I mean, 20 appearances in the league, 8 goals, 13 assists, I think is decent. And also in the Champions League, 6 appearances, 2 goals. In the Conference League and the Europa League, he's bagged goals as well. In the Conference League, 3 appearances, 3 goals, and an assist, I think is good. Europa League, 4 appearances, 2 goals as well is decent. So, I mean, he's definitely, got decent stats. Transfer market has got him valued at £22.5 million. But obviously probably going to end up paying a little bit more, especially if he's the star of that PSV team. I mean, like I said earlier on, I mean, Saka definitely needs rotation. We need rotation on the wing. We can't be, burning him out. I know he plays more on the right-hand side, but sometimes he does get used on the left-hand side. Maybe this guy, I mean, he fits the project. One thing I don't understand about certain Arteta ins and all this, top 4's the be or end all, is they go on because we're going to qualify for Champions League, we're going to get world-class players. I just don't see it happening like that. I see us getting people like this guy, like Gakpo, because he's somebody that's not yet world-class. He may become world-class, I don't know. but he's still somebody that's not going to oppose the manager. When people think that we're going to get players, I mean, we found it hard to get Vlahovic, and Vlahovic was somebody that isn't even on the level of a Haaland or an Mbappe. Do you know what I mean? He's a young striker that's not really proven yet, and we couldn't convince him. So when people think that we're going to go in for, you know, all these big time players, I mean, we're getting linked to Martinez at Inter Milan. First of all, we don't play a 4-4-2, so I don't really think he's going to suit the way we play. Second of all, why would he come to Arsenal? Yeah, that's only just getting back into the Champions League. A club that's never won the Champions League over Inter Milan, that historically they do have a history of winning the Champions League. And also, if he's going to leave, there's going to be better suitors for him. Like, I've seen him being touted to go to other teams, like in La Liga, here in the Premier League, teams that are above us. Why is he going to come here? The only reason we'll be able to get him is if we once again do what we did with Ozil and overpay on the wages and give him such ridiculous wages that nobody else is stupid enough to match him. And then what happens is we buy that player, the player comes, he has nothing to fight for or work for because he's already earning probably 3 times whatever anybody else is earning. And then if he doesn't live up to the price tag and the wages that we've now got an asset that's depreciating, that doesn't want to move and is holding us to ransom. So I don't understand. And also, if it's a youth project, why would we go for Martinez? He's already hitting almost 26, 27. I thought this is a youth project.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I know what you're saying. And we also have to start at a certain level. We haven't been in Europe in a while. We have not been in the Champions League in a while. Never mind say won it. We came very close in 2006 to winning it. Big up to Sol Campbell and the lads. Big up yourself, man, Sol Campbell. But that was back in the day, and the old Skool Gunner. I can remember that game, heartbreaking. But we came close in 2006 to winning it. After that, not a sniff, not a chance. All those hammerings away to Bayern Munich at the Allianz Arena in the quarterfinals. Hammerings, right? That's what it was about. Now, we might get back into it. We might finish top 4. But I have to agree with you again, man. We're not going to make that jump from where we are to where we need to be that easily. The transition is not going to happen so quickly. It's not going to happen like that. Even if we had a better manager to Mikel Arteta in, a guy that's more experienced, it's going to take time. We have some decent players. I mean, we have some very good players. You're talking about the rotation. We don't want to burn Bukayo Saka out. That's important because he has been looking a bit leggy in a few of the games. He has been looking a bit off form. It is what it is. This guy will definitely give us options. I mean, you do need a lot of options like that. Jose Mourinho at Chelsea back in the day, he was mad for the rotation. He got great success with them. I agree with you. We need someone to come in like that. But definitely we're not going to make the jump in the Champions League as easily as people think. And players aren't going to be attracted to us because we're not marketed so well. To be honest, would you like to go, if you were a pro player, would you like to go and play for Mikel Arteta? I know I wouldn't. I mean, I really wouldn't. I mean, Mikel Arteta, I'd probably be shot for this now, but I'd rather go to Spurs.
They're going to kill you for that. They're going to kill you.
That's what's happening. I still get respect going around on the road, you know what I mean? People would be like, old school. I would like, what's happening? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, no, they know what I'm about. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's like that. We're not that marketable a commodity. We're not that marketable a commodity. Chelsea really put themselves out there as a brand. Spurs have outdone us in the transfer market. Man, it's like, and the other teams have strengthened too. I mean, we got to think next season if we are in the Champions League. But the other teams are not standing still. Liverpool have their own ideas. City have their own ideas. United have to do something. Spurs, perennial underachievers. Harry Kane, best thing he could do is leave that club. Anyway, that's my opinion on it. He wants to win, then leave Spurs. Anyway, that's a story for a different day. But all their own agendas, and they're going to do something in the new season. We're not the only ones that are going to progress. You know what I mean? They're going to progress too. We're already playing catch up. It's not going to be, oh man, we're qualified for the Champions League, happy days. And that's another thing. The only reason, like I was thinking about it again yesterday, why we're in fourth too, we have no European football. We're not traveling away to fucking Skopje. Sorry about the language. We're not traveling away to Istanbul. all we have are the Premier League games. So, of course, we're going to have a little bit of form. Of course, we're going to win 5 out of 6. The other teams are playing in Europe. We don't have that distraction.
No, that's a great point. That is a great point. And I mean, no, it's facts. It's the truth. I mean, we're not, and maybe this player is the player to help us.
Harry Kane, is it? Oh my God. Rashford, man like Trashford, is it? Man like Trashford.
Oh
That's
my
what
God!
says.
You know what?
Man like Trashford.
Do you know what, bro? Yeah, he keeps getting linked to us, and I'm like, please, if there is a God, please, no. This is looking to me like this is going to be like Willian Part 2. Marcus Rashford. I mean, he's 24 years old. He does still fit the youth project. I mean, his valuation is ridiculous. 76 million pounds. I mean, come on, he's not worth that. 19 appearances this season, 4 goals, 2 assists. He's not clinical. He's not good enough. Then you look at the Champions League, 5 appearances, 1 goal. In the FA Cup, 2 appearances, no goals and no assists. I mean, we're getting rid of Lacazette as it stands. It looks like we're getting rid of. He's leaving. We're getting rid of a striker in Lacazette that's not clinical. What, to get another striker that's not clinical enough? No, I just don't see it.
Welbeck all over again, man. With due respect to Danny Welbeck.
100%. 100%. He is Welbeck all over. 100%.
Why do we keep taking the hand-me-down players from other teams? When we sell our players, we gave United Alexis Sanchez. We gave United Robin van Persie. Okay, Sanchez had an absolute nightmare. Van Persie, he played very well.
Yeah.
What?
No, 100%. It's true. When they come knocking, they don't want our dead wood. But when we come knocking, our knock is different. Our knock is, oh, is there anything up for sale? Oh, who do you need to get rid of? Okay, we'll sign him up. We'll match the wages. Do you know what I mean? It's just ridiculous. But he keeps getting linked, and I'm just not with it. I'm not interested. I don't want him here. I'm going to do one last player that we're being linked to, and then I will go through everyone's comments. Okay, people. In Portugal, it was a little bit harder because the Wi-Fi was moving. The Wi-Fi was so dead, yeah. The last video I had to just cut short because the Wi-Fi was so dead.
Is that your end? That noise in the background?
Oh yeah. Hold on.
Or is that my end?
Do you know what it is? It's that transfer mark.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were like DJing or something. Like, you know, you were
No. But yeah, like so today I'll definitely read through all the comments quickly. We're just gonna leave it at an hour. So I mean, Rashford, clearly you don't want him here. There's another player that's also being linked at the moment. Calvin Phillips. Don't know what you think about this link. But Lee Dixon has suggested for Arsenal to go in for Calvin Phillips. What do you think about him? Would you like to see him at Arsenal?
I think he is a very, very strong player. I think he's a real handful. Of course, he has experience. There's been so many names banded about recently. I mean, you can take your pick. I'd like to see him at the club. He's young. He fits Mikel Arteta's process. I think he's a good enough player. Yeah, let's get Ollie Watkins first, and then we can worry about Calvin Phillips. Let's get Ollie Watkins in the forwards. People are always talking about this guy, King Tony, or whatever his name is. I like Ollie Watkins. I think Watkins brings a lot, and I would like to see Watkins in his forward. Maybe we can see about the rest of the stuff, but I don't know. Man. We're being linked with so many players. I mean, like when I think back to like in the preseason when Chelsea got Lukaku for like 100 million or whatever, and you were saying about Lautaro Martinez, he might come from Inter. There's no way they were going to lose their top 2 forwards then. Chelsea were miles ahead of us in the pecking order. They got their man. We got no one. I don't know. Sometimes you kind of got to... I think a player like this guy, like Ollie Watkins, they bring Premier League experience, and I think that is just invaluable. If they're already playing in the Premier League, I think it's a massive plus. I mean, we were going for what's that great Leicester midfielder? And
Tielemans.
No, the English player. Yeah, what's his name?
Madison.
James Madison, yeah. And we were going A big plus with him, man, was that he had Premier League experience. It's a massive plus when you're getting a player. I mean, you can't underestimate the value of that. Coming in, okay, they come from League One, they come from La Liga, they come from the Bundesliga, but to actually have a player that has the Premier League experience, it's like when United took Van Persie off us, when they took Sanchez. It's like when Liverpool took the Ox. Premier League experience. They were already bedded in. They don't need that. They don't need that period to kind of settle into the English game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like you're on fast track and you have a quality player. That's what
Yeah.
we need to do. We need to be looking at the clubs around us and see who's available, but not Rashford. I rest my case. To me, when I'm outside there in a minute, I tell you, I'll show you something. You know what I mean? Jeez.
Nah, but you know what? Yeah, big up all the Irish Arsenal fans, man. Irish Arsenal fans are so level-headed. Every single one I've had on, yeah, you guys, yeah, you actually talk sense, bro. And you don't get hyped. I don't know if it's to do with the Irish culture. You don't get gassed over bullshit, and you say it as it is. You don't care.
Yeah, we're straight talking. Yeah, we're very direct. We're straight talking. We don't pull any punches. We tell it straight. With respect, what we go in, we tell it as it is. And to be honest, I've been supporting the team a long time now, since 1993. It's a bit late in the day not to be doing that, especially with the situation at the club. I mean, I respect everybody's opinions. You're Arteta in, you're Arteta out. We all support the one club. I don't get nasty about things, but I like to tell it straight. An Irish mentality, we're chilled out, but we just talk the talk. We have that skill of talking. We can talk. Like, I like to talk. You can tell. I like the sound of my own voice in the morning. You know what I mean?
Oh, this is it. Well,
we're level-headed, man. We're level-headed.
Wow, it suits your hobby, innit? If you didn't like talking, I mean, yeah, I don't think
we love
YouTube
talk,
for you.
We love a pint of Guinness, and we love a scrap. We love it. We live for that.
Yeah.
Get 10 Irish guys together, man. Get 10 Irish guys together. God help you. God help you. Close your pub, close your restaurant, and take the night off.
This is it, man. Big up the Irish, man. Big up everyone. Anyway, wherever you're from, big yourselves up, man. Let's get into some of the comments. Prince Fuad, where you at, bro? Why are you hiding? Where are you at? Ain't that a shock? You're good Northside LDN. Fuad, your board stinks of Arteta inners. Rumors are Arsenal want Rashford. We already discussed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Neves is class. If we get him, I'll be very happy. Northside, what is Fuad on about? We don't know, bro. We don't know. Fuad said Northside is running scared people. He's avoiding me. Listen, if you're free later on, we can do a show. I ain't avoiding you for nothing. Yeah, it is what it is. Big to you, Northside. Great guy, great show. Thank you, bro. How you doing, North? I'm good, bro. I'm good. People, also, before I continue reading the comments, make sure you go and subscribe to Old School Gunner. Make sure you show him love. You go support him. Another real one. Every single person I get on here is a real one, apart from Fuad. No, I'm joking. Fuad's cool.
I don't even know the guy. Yeah, I agree with
you. Fuad's a nice guy. It's just don't trust him when it comes to football because he doesn't know what he's talking about.
He doesn't know.
Fuad, he's fed up of your Arteta love fest. Where Arteta out is now, Fuad. Matt Turner is already coming in as goalkeeper. Yeah, he is, but he's coming in from MLS. Is he that good? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I got egg on my face with the Ramsdale one, so I'll reserve.
Step up is the question. I don't know.
Do you know? Have you ever seen him, this Matt Turner? Or
I have. I think he's going to need to make a step up. It's going to be a big step up. Can he come in then if Ramsdale is injured and do something for us? Man, Ramsdale, we want to be somewhere to fill his boots. I mean, he's serious. Come on, he is though. He's pushing out for the England #1 spot. Pickford has got to look over his shoulder. Pickford is worrying, I'd say. If I was Pickford, I would be worried. Yeah. That's not me just because he's an Arsenal player. Ramsdale is a serious competitor. Turner, but I'm sure the two guys in training, I'm sure Ramsdale will help him out and they can develop together and grow together. I'm sure they help each other out in training, the two Arsenal goalkeepers. It's competitive, but they also give each other tips. I don't know, man. I think he's worth a chance, but I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see.
Let Martinez go to Villa. He was a fantastic goalkeeper. Maybe we can get him back. He's a brilliant player.
Yeah, maybe that's an option.
He stays rent-free in Cristiano Ronaldo's mind for all time.
Well,
remember what he did to Ronaldo, right? You remember with the penalty? I want to take it.
Yeah.
I want to take it. You and me. Man, he was freaked. He was looking at the ground. He was like this. He was looking at the ground. I want you to take it. I want you. When I saw that, I was like, what? And it worked. He freaked Fernandez out as well. He freaked them all out. And then he was, you know what I mean? Respect to him.
Yeah.
That's probably something you didn't want to see, the old school shaking it. But anyway, that's probably something no one should have to ever see, except my wife when she's drunk. She can handle it.
This is it. Craig says Pepe scored a great goal on international duties. Gnabry would be the dream as competition for Bukayo can play on the left and right. Also, I think you're harsh on Odegaard instead of replacing. Give him a chance to hit a higher level next season. Well, he can be in rotation. He can be in rotation.
You weren't talking about actually getting rid of him, yeah?
Oh, is it?
You didn't actually talk about getting rid of Odegaard.
Yeah,
you were just talking about competition for places.
Exactly. But I mean, we need it. I mean, especially if we're gonna, like you said, Gunnar. If we're gonna be in multiple competitions and we're gonna be in Europe, you need rotation. So you can't expect Odegaard to play. What, you're gonna play every game in the Premier League, every FA Cup game, every Carabao game, every Champions League game? Come on. You need rotation. You know, there's a reason why we have squads.
Places too, yeah. I mean, you need that.
Well, where's the Lion Army gone? Don't let Lee poison you. Northside, stop it. Abdullahi, we are chilling. Northside, we are the best fourth side in the country. Stop being scared, lads. Everyone hated on Ramsdale earlier in the season. They did. Ramsdale had been good, but he still ain't a world beater. That's true. But he may become one. He may become one.
Sorry, no, Taye, man. Much love to Taye. He always supports me. But Taye, he is an incredible goalkeeper, my friend. He is outstanding. World beater this, world beater that. He's young, but he is an incredible goalkeeper. I mean, this guy is a tiger in the goal. He's an animal. You've seen him, Northside. His communication with the back four, he's G'ing them up. There's testosterone there. He's getting them going. He's not as passive and as relaxed as the German Leno. He's an English guy. He's getting them going. He's pumping them up for the game. Against Spurs, he was going chest to chest with the defenders and they made a good block. He was like, go on, Tomiyasu. You know, come on, man. Ramsdale is... If I saw Ramsdale in the morning, I take my hat off to him. Respect. I just go, Ramsdale, you're all right by me. He's welcome to have Guinness with me anytime. You know what I mean?
I just want to see if he keeps consistent, because when we got Leno, he started off very well as well. And then look at what happened. So, I mean, we can go off of what we've seen so far, and he's looking very good. And he's looking like the most consistent of the players that were bought when we spent, the most in Europe. But at the same time, as much as I praise him, listen, let's give it a bit of time and let's see. Because if he can do it consistently. But at the moment, I am impressed. I can't lie. I'm impressed.
His basics are good, man. His basic goalkeeping is good. He's at a good level. I mean, he's watching at the near post. The only player that kind of beats him is Jota at Liverpool. He's a very good player. He's a dangerous Portuguese man, yeah? He scored again the other night for Portugal against Turkey.
Yeah.
He gives Ramsdale problems, but who wouldn't he give problems to? He gave every goalkeeper in the country problems. Jota is dynamite in the 6-yard box. He's a brilliant player, Ramsdale. Big up Ramsdale, man. Big up.
No, I agree. Come on, peeps, hit the likes. Xhaka disrespecting the fans and Arsenal Football Club. Northside, you need to stop propagating this unsustained Arteta out rhetoric.
Boy.
Oh, let's go back to that little boy. I never see you at the Emirates. Oh, okay, you ain't seen me at the Emirates. Okay, cool.
No need to get personal, man. No need to get personal. I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to him.
First of all, I've done 2 interviews. I've done 2 interviews on AFTV. Yeah, for home games. Where's that at the Emirates? Oh, that's what I thought. So go suck yourself. Go. And that's all I really got to say, because if you saw me at the Emirates, come say that to my face. You know what I mean? You don't need to agree with me.
I better
But
never
don't get rude. And at the end of the day, yeah, you clicked on my video. You clicked on my video.
Read that wrong. I actually read that wrong. I thought he said, I never see you at the Emirates. I better never see you at the Emirates. Yeah. What's he going to do about it?
Do you know what, yeah? The next time you see me, the next time I can be bothered to go down, come up, please, approach me, please. Approach me. Then we'll see. Approach me with the same vim. Then we'll see. It's all good. Because I don't even know if that's your real name. I see there's no picture. This is the thing. All these internet soldiers, all these internet trolls, you're all good online, innit?
They like to be called keyboard warriors.
Keyboard warriors. Do you know what I'm saying? Please approach me. Please approach me.
What we need to do is we need to bring a keyboard you don't use anymore to the Emirates, and if you see him, hit him with it.
Oh, I'm not gonna do anything that would. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it. You just approach me with that energy next time you see me, please. Arfan, we need world-class winger like we have with Alexis Sanchez. Yeah, we do. We need depth, lads. We need a centre midfielder, a number 8.
Big up the Aussie Gunner, man. Big up.
Yeah, big up Aussie Gunner, man. Fuad introduced me a bit to him. So, yeah, big him up, man. Make sure you go and subscribe to his channel as well. So, yeah, it's the Kroenke effect. Chelsea looking good because of Roman, mate. I know, but why can't we have owners like that, you know? It is what it is. Big up Northside and Old School. Rashford is a big no-go. Pray Arsenal don't actually try and make this happen. Hold on, so let me just... Right. Yeah, cool. Big up chat, Aussie Guna, Craig, Tayyib, Abdullahi, Prince Fuad. Call me crazy. Whether we are seen as big, appalling club or not, I'm hearing Haaland is valued at 60 to 75 million. What's stopping us for at least trying? What's stopping us is that this club is reactive, not proactive. Second of all, Real Madrid are going to want the next Benzema. Then you've got Barcelona that they've got, yes, they got Aubameyang, but they're going to want to also plan for the future. Then you've got Bayern Munich that got, you know, Lewandowski. He's another one that's on the wrong side of 30, even though he's doing the job. So there's teams out there that are huge. Man City need a striker. There's teams out there that are huge.
Competition.
Exactly. So as much as we can match the price tag, can we match the ambition?
Hey, man.
There you go. But I don't know. The internet soldier up there, I don't know. Apparently, I don't know what he thinks. Maybe he's a genius. I don't know. Maybe we should ask him. You know what I mean? Maybe we should ask him. Agent Odegaard. Love the Irish culture. Favorite band is from Ireland as well. From Seawoods. Big up, man. Madders would have got us way more numbers than Odegaard. Yeah, I think Madison's better than Odegaard. I don't even think that's a debate.
Yeah,
can I jump on? Send the link. The thing is, we're only doing an hour, and we're literally coming up to an hour, bro. But listen, Fuad, message me. We could do a video later on if you're free. Later on, we can do a video, bro. I don't want to keep him for too long because we said an hour, and I'm trying to stick to it. And I'm literally almost finished reading the comments, and then yeah. Northside, bro. Thoughts on shameless Tottenham fans saying Kane is better than Henry just because he beat his record? That's football fans. I can't even bother even to get into it. I'm not going to get into that. And I'm really not. Like, I rate Harry Kane, but Henry, it's not because I'm an Arsenal fan. There's other legends of other clubs that I can't deny their greatness, like Lampard. I hate Chelsea, but Lampard, what a player, you know?
Is a way better player than Kane.
I don't know. I'm half Irish. There's so many Irish people, you know. I got so many people that listen, big up the Irish, man. The Irish community are quite cool. I got a lot of Middle Eastern and Muslim.
There's a lot around London, a lot.
Yeah, man. Big up the Irish, man. They like real talk. You know what I mean? you lot don't like yes men, do you? You like real talk.
Yeah, straight talking, straight talking.
We got Northside. Bro, they might be underage of prostitution and they may get you into trouble. Those kids around this guy, they're coming. Madrid are shopping this summer, transfer with a thick wallet. Exactly, bro. I don't think there's no way we're getting Mbappe. There's no way we're getting Haaland. And it's just not happening, bro. There's no. Why would Haaland leave Dortmund, come to Arsenal? Like, yeah, it's a bit of a step up, but it's not the step up that he's looking for. If he's going to leave, they're going to want somewhere that he's going to win Champions League, etc. Mbappe, if he's leaving PSG, he clearly wants a team like Real Madrid. He's always dreamt of Real Madrid. His idols, Cristiano Ronaldo. We don't have a chance. But listen, people, we can only, Steven, 1K. Yeah, man, listen, thank you, people, for the 1K and the support. And listen, if you support me, make sure you support my bro over here. And subscribe to his channel, Old School Gunner. Make sure you go and subscribe. Real talker. No crap, no BS, no bum licking, nothing. Straight to the point, says it as it is, how he feels. And that's what it's about. Listen, bro, thank you so much for coming.
Pleasure.
Literally, you're always
having me on. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you. It's been a pleasure. I enjoyed it.
Man, come on, man. Like, real talk, man. I really appreciate you're somebody that's been there from day one.
Thank you for fitting me in. Yeah, thank you for agreeing to do it at 1 p.m. I appreciate it.
Come on, man. You're familiar, man. Familiar here. You always VIP. Whatever time is good for you, man. But listen, people. That's been the rumors. Let me know in the comments what you think. Make sure you subscribe to Old School Gunner. Once again, make sure you go there, subscribe. You know what I mean, and stay up to date. And you know the real Arsenal fans, the community is growing, man. We're growing as a team. We're growing. You know, there's Old School Gunner. There's myself. I'm trying to grow. There's you know, I know Kenny Kennedy,
Arsenal, Alex, 3 Pointers TV. Warren doing his thing, man. I don't need to check out Warren's team talk. Aussie Gooner.
Send me some of them because I don't really know them. Send me them. I'd like to see their content.
Yeah, I will. I'll send you them.
Yeah. But listen, man, you're always welcome. And listen,
I appreciate it, and I had a good time.
The last question I've got for you, just before we go, what do you think the score will be? Arsenal versus Crystal Palace, our next game.
2-1 Palace.
2-1 Palace.
I think they're going to beat us. Hopefully not.
I'm going to go 2-1 Arsenal. I can't lie to you. I can't lie, man. I think
it could well be like that, but I think they're a dangerous side at home. I think they're a real dangerous side.
Well, we're
playing well. I mean, we have the players to stretch them. We do. I'm not going to backtrack. We have the players to stretch them. But when they're at home, I think they got a draw with Manchester City. They really put it up to them in that game. I saw things in that game that caused me concern. So we'll see. They're good, man. They're good. I mean, they are up for it. They almost beat us at the Emirates. They had us on the rack. I think we got out of jail with like a goal in the last minute.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
They had us, man. They were amongst us. They were in the thick of it. They're quite a good team, I think. So we'll see. And Vieira's got his house in order. So we'll see.
And it doesn't need $250 million and 3 years to get his footballing ideas across.
No, he doesn't. And he's a bunch of players that are willing. They're willing to play. They're going for it.
And on that bombshell, we're out.